It has more arms than an octopus, thundered Qazi Abdul Sattar, professor of Urdu at Aligarh Muslim University. We were at a seminar in Kanpur in late 2002. Amongst the others on the rostrum were the writers Rajendra Jadhav and Krishna Sopti and the saffron-clad Sadhu politician Swami Agnivesh. There was a gaudy opening to the ceremony seminar. Police bandobast round the merchant chambers hall almost got into disarray when a senior head constable ticked off an errant junior for neglecting his duty. The junior regarded his superior by putting a bullet through his heart. We proceeded to discuss the menace of communalism as if nothing had happened. The audience was most receptive, comparing communalism to the tentacles of an octopus, drew cries of wah wah. Who was the admiral of Shivaji's fleet? Asked Qazi Sahib, and answered the question himself, a Muslim. He carried Shivaji's flags of secularism further. Who was the commander of Shivaji's artillery? A Muslim. When Shivaji sacked Surat, he brought back a copy of the Holy Quran, bearing it reverently on his head. So great was Qazi Sahib's enthusiasm for the Maratha hero that he made him out as the vanquisher of the communal villain Aurangzeb. I had not read of it in any book of history, but in that atmosphere, sentiment mattered more than historic facts. We all talked a lot and were applauded. We slew the canker of communalism, ending on a note that all the world is communal save thee and me. And even thee is a little communal. We went back to our business the next day and nothing changed with the world. Qazi Sattar was right in saying that communalism is a many-armed octopus. And just as an octopus, when attacked, squirts ink to obscure the vision of the assailant, the communalist spread scanners which put attackers on off its trail and make his victim let down their guard. These scanners are sometimes borrowed from die-hard Gandhians who often ignore hard reality. One such belief which the communalists use to their advantage is in Hindu-Muslim bhaivaism. We are all children of one God who is both Ishwar and Allah, Ram and Rahim. Ergo, Hindus and Muslims and Christians are brothers. The truth is that wherever people of different races, religions, languages, and cultures have coexisted, instead of bhaiism, there is tension, and if land, property, or business is involved, tension often explodes into violence. The other canard is that there were no communal rights before the British introduced the policy of divide and rule. In fact, Hindu-Muslim tensions have existed since Islam came to India. And before Islam, there were conflicts between Hindu and Jains, Hindu and Buddhists, Dravidians and Aryans. It is wrong and counterproductive to pretend that communalism is something that Sangh Parivar invented in India. The Sangh's genius was in creating a monster out of existing prejudices. The Congress, especially under Indira Gandhi, played its own dirty role. The BJP is only more dangerous because of its brazenness. It is more dangerous because it uses democracy to camouflage its fascist agenda, but everybody has blood on his hands. Every religious or ethnic group in India can and has been incited to kill and plunder. The most gruesome example of this was what happened at Nelli in Assam in 1983. There were over 3,000 men, women, children were slain in one long orgy of killing. Bangladeshi refugees killed Bengalis and Assamese. Assamese and Bengalis killed each other. Tribals killed non-tribals. Muslims killed Hindus and Christians killed Hindus. In short, it was just about everyone killing everyone else. It would be naive to believe that communalism can be banished simply by voting the BJP out of power. The problem is much larger, and though it has assumed diabolical proportions today because of BJP's politics, it has been around for a long time, very long time. We must not miss the wood for the trees. A brief history of communalism. Over 2000 years ago, Buddhism was on the ascendant in India. Emperor Ashoka was the most famous convert to Buddhism. When Brahmanical Hinduism gained favor again with ruling dynasties, especially in the 9th and 10th centuries, Buddhists were persecuted and their places of worship demolished. Later, in the reign of many Muslim rulers, Hindus were discriminated against and their temples destroyed. The British followed a policy of divide and rule, but in India it was never difficult to divide. There were Hindu-Muslim riots every now and then, and that suited the British fine as long as there was no threat to their empire. The Christians naturally felt more secure during the British rule, but there was no religious persecution. The discrimination was based on race.